Valentine's Day when you call.
February is very busy for us because of Valentine's Day.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Secret Things. Today, we will share the untold story of Valentine's Day. Let's go. Valentine's Day falls on February 14th each year. Candy, flowers, and presents are given and received between loved ones all around the United States and in other countries on Valentine's Day. But who is this enigmatic saint, and where did these customs originate? Discover the origins and significance of Valentine's Day, from the spring welcoming Lupercalia ceremony of the Romans to Victorian England's card-giving traditions. The legend of Saint Valentine. What's the origin of Valentine's Day? The origins of the festival and the life of its patron saint are obscure. We do know that Valentine's Day has its roots in both Christian and ancient Roman culture, and that February has long been regarded as the month of love. However, who was Saint Valentine and how did he come to be connected to this traditional ritual? At least 3 martyrs with the names Valentine or Valentinus are revered by the Catholic Church. According to one narrative, Valentine was a priest who served in Rome in the 3rd century. Emperor Claudius II forbade young men from getting married because he believed that single men made better soldiers than those with wives and kids. Realizing the injustice of the law, Valentine defied Claudius and proceeded to secretly marry young lovers. When Valentine's deeds were discovered, Claudius gave the order to have him executed. Others assert that the bishop Saint Valentine of Terni is the actual source of the holiday's name. Outside of Rome, Claudius II also beheaded him. According to other legends, Valentine may have been murdered for trying to aid Christians in escaping the brutal Roman jails, where they were frequently beaten and tormented. One story claims that a prisoner named Valentine, who fell in love with a young girl who visited him while he was incarcerated, and may have been his jailer's daughter, sent the first Valentine message himself. It is claimed that before passing away, he wrote her a letter addressed to "From your Valentine," a phrase that is still in use today. Despite the ambiguity surrounding the legends surrounding Valentine, they all highlight his attractiveness as a sympathetic, valiant, and, most importantly, romantic figure. By the Middle Ages, Valentine would rank among the most well-liked saints in England and France, possibly as a result of this reputation. Origins of Valentine's Day, a February pagan festival. While some think that Valentine's Day is observed in the middle of February to mark the anniversary of Valentine's passing, or burial, which most likely took place around the year 270. Others assert that the Christian Church may have chosen to do so in an effort to Christianize the pagan festival of Lupercalia. Lupercalia was a fertility festival honoring the Roman founding fathers Romulus and Remus as well as Faunus, the god of agriculture, and was observed on February 15th. The Luperci, an order of Roman priests, would assemble at a sacred cave where it was thought that a she-wolf, or Lupa, cared for the infants Romulus and Remus, the founders of Rome, to kick off the festival. For fertility and cleansing, the priests would sacrifice a goat and a dog, respectively. The goat's skin would then be torn into strips, dipped in the blood sacrifice, and carried through the streets to be gently slapped against both ladies and crop fields. Roman women were supposed to become more fertile the following year. Therefore, they were not at all afraid when the hides were touched. Legend has it that all the city's young women would place their names in a big urn later in the day. Each bachelor in the city would select a name and be partnered for the year with his preferred woman. Most of these encounters resulted in marriage. Valentine's Day, a day of romance and love. When Pope Gelasius proclaimed February 14th to be St. Valentine's Day at the end of the 5th century, Lupercalia was forbidden since it was regarded unchristian and had survived the early growth of Christianity. It was not until much later, however, that the day became definitively associated with love. The concept that Valentine's Day should fall in the middle of the month of February was strengthened by the widespread belief in France and England during the Middle Ages that February 14th marked the start of the bird breeding season. In his poem Parliament of Fowls, written in 1375, the English poet Geoffrey Chaucer was the first to refer to St. Valentine's Day as a day of love celebration. He wrote, "For this was sent on St. Valentine's Day, or when every fowl cometh there to pick his spouse." Although written Valentines did not first appear until about 1400, Valentine greetings have been popular since the Middle Ages. Charles, Duke of Orleans, who had been captured at the Battle of Agincourt, composed a sonnet to his wife when he was imprisoned in the Tower of London in 1415, making it the oldest recorded Valentine still in existence today. The greeting is currently a part of the British Library's manuscript collection in London, England. Many years later, it's thought that King Henry V commissioned John Lydgate, a writer, to write Catherine of Valois a Valentine's card. What is Cupid? Valentine's Day cards frequently feature Cupid as a naked cherub shooting arrows of love at unwary couples. However, the Greek deity of love, Eros, is the ancestor of the Roman god Cupid. According to several accounts of his origin, he is the son of Nyx and Erebus, Aphrodite and Ares, Iris and Zephyrus, or even Aphrodite and Zeus, who would have been both his father and grandfather. Greek archaic poets described Eros as a gorgeous immortal who played with people's emotions. He used golden arrows to stir feelings of love and leaden ones to stir feelings of dislike. He wasn't depicted as the cheeky, chubby boy he had become on Valentine's Day cards until the Hellenistic era. Gifts and greetings customary for Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day is observed outside of the United States in countries like Canada, Mexico, the United Kingdom, France, and Australia. Around the 17th century, Valentine's Day became a widely observed holiday in Great Britain. Friends and lovers of all social groups would frequently exchange modest mementos of affection or handwritten notes by the middle of the 18th century. And by 1900, thanks to advancements in printing technology, printed cards started to take the role of written letters. When direct emotional expression was frowned upon, pre-made cards provided a simple means of expression for people. The popularity of mailing Valentine's Day greetings increased as postage costs decreased. Early in the 1700s, Americans most likely started sharing handmade valentines. Esther Howland started selling the first mass-produced valentines in America in the 1840s. Howland, dubbed the mother of the Valentine, created intricate works of art using actual lace, ribbons, and scrap or vivid images. Valentine's Day is now the second largest card-sending occasion of the year, behind Christmas, with an estimated 145 million cards sent annually, according to the Greeting Card Association.